The next person I'd like to welcome up is Chloe Naldrett. She's a mother of 2 boys, a theatre producer, and an environmental activist. She is part of the Our Air, Our City campaign, which focuses on the unequal impact of the effects of air pollution on the poorest in Bristol. She's a member of XR Bristol and XR Bristol Families. She's an inspirational organizer, network, and her sharp intelligence has been a great support to BAAN. Today, she speaks from the perspective of being a mother and her responsibility to her kids and the planet and the well-being of all generations to follow. It gives me great pleasure to invite Chloe to speak.
Hi, I'm a bit tired and emotional today. I submitted my well thought out, beautifully worded statement to the inquiry. I can't do that today. I've just got some scrap of paper and some notes. Because I don't really have any words for where we're at right now. We're in a climate and ecological emergency. It's code red for humanity. It's 1 minute to midnight. So I don't know why we're here. Bristol City Council knows this. WECA knows this. The British government know this. The situation that we're in environmentally on our planet right now is not a secret. So I do not know why we're here. My children are 12 and 9. My grandmother lived to be 91. So their life expectancy might reasonably be expected to extend to the year 2100. I find that an absolutely terrifying prospect. Because right now, we're in a world that is suffering droughts, floods, fires, pandemics, war, famine. It's only going to get worse unless we take radical action right now. Like all of us who are parents, I have looked into my children's eyes and I have promised to keep them safe. And I don't know how I can keep that promise to them. So many of us will say, I'd do anything for my kids. It's an expression really of that deep, inexpressible love that we feel for them. But what does it actually mean? What are we actually going to do for our kids? Because what we need to do for our kids right now is radical action. In October 2019, the Paralympian and activist James Brown climbed onto an aircraft at City Airport and he glued himself to the top of it. And he said, "This is for my kids. This is for everyone's kids." Radical love for all of humanity, and delivering on that promise to keep his children safe. Every day that we don't take radical action, the burden of responsibility falls onto our children. If what we don't do now, we are just going to have to do later, and we're going to have to do it harder and faster and steeper. That curve of our carbon emissions is still going up, and it has got to come down. And if we don't do it today, they've got to do it tomorrow, and it's not fair. I've just finished reading a book which I highly recommend to all of you called The Ministry for the Future. It's by a writer called Kim Stanley Robinson. And it opens in the immediate future where a climate disaster kills millions of people, and it spurs the creation of an intergovernmental department called the Ministry for the Future, which is tasked with looking after the interests of those yet to come and the interests of nature. And the work is hard and it's frequently demoralizing and it comes at a huge cost, but ultimately it's a massively uplifting read because it really digs into the complexity of the system change that we need at every level. And I finished it just as this decision came out last week, and it was absolutely crushing to go from the optimism of maybe we can do it if we take this action to what the hell are we doing? The people who are yet to come, our children and our children's children, deserve better from us. The natural world deserves better from us. We cannot proceed with schemes like this expansion, because what we do here matters. Every single thing that we do here matters. It matters to our children and it matters to our future. And I want to say huge thanks to the incredible efforts of everyone at BAAN and all of you here who have been part of this campaign over the last several years, many, many years in the case of some of you. Thank you so much. On behalf of my kids and on all of our kids, and let's keep fighting.